Hello everyone. It's been a long time since I made a video, at least a couple months, probably more like 3 months. Like many of you, I'm on the hamster wheel trying to earn that dollar bill because I need a lot of money, not only for all the treatments and therapies and doctors and everything that it takes to try and overcome chronic fatigue syndrome, but just money for regular stuff. I have big appetites. I'm very greedy. I want to have a good time. I want to travel. I want to do lots of amazing things in life. And for that, I need a lot of money. But before I can even get to any of that stuff, I got to make money. I got to get better. So I need a lot of money right now to get better. And because I need so much money, I'm always working. And since I'm always working, I don't have time to make videos. And when I'm not working, I'm trying to rest up for the next time that I am working. Or I'm not feeling well. Between the two, working and not feeling well, I haven't been making any videos. So here we are. I want to talk about a topic tonight that is very dear to my heart and I feel is very important and very overlooked in modern society, especially in the United States. This is the quality of courage, bravado, bravura, bravery, balls. Having balls. Courage is sadly lacking in our society today. And it has nothing to do with what gender you are, female or male. I know we typically equate courage with the male gender, and that is simply not true. Courage can be expressed by both genders. Somewhere along the way, people got soft in this country. And it's really sad because this country could be the greatest country in the world. We certainly have the resources to be able to. But because of our ease of living and our comfort and our luxurious lifestyles, not having to fight every day to get fed or not having to fight to get hot water, having electricity, not having to go to a cold outhouse, not having to work anymore, we've become lazy. As a culture, Americans are lazy, soft, fat, undisciplined, unfocused, and wimpy and weak. Hate to say it, but it is true. Overall, and I'm including myself in this. I'm not speaking about other people. I'm including myself in this. We have become lazy, undisciplined, weak, wimpy people. And that is not how I want to be. You know, I don't know, 100 years ago, up to 100 years ago, this country was made of some strong, hardworking people. There were real adversities to deal with. Not that there aren't today. We have great adversities today, but we also have more resources to deal with them than we ever have before. People had to work on farms. People had to get up early. Before the light came out, they had to wake up with the rooster crowing. They had to go milk the cows. They had to go spend all day doing hard farm chores. They couldn't take hot showers. They didn't have electricity. They had to read by lamp, by candlelight. Life was hard, man. If you got sick, there were no emergency rooms to go to. You had to wait for the doctor to arrive in his buggy and wagon, and all he had were these remedies that didn't work. There was no anesthesia. No, life was brutal. People were dying of polio, getting killed by Indians. I mean, all kinds of hardships. And today's hardships are just as severe. I'm not saying that they're not, but they're different. Today's hardships are different. Yesterday's hardships demanded that people build up their character to deal with them. And because Americans don't have to work so hard anymore, we have become lazy and uncourageous. And this is not just a United States problem, but it's a world problem. There's a serious lack of courage in this world. And it absolutely, I can't think of the right word, but I absolutely detest it. I detest wimpiness. I detest weakness. I detest weak people. I have weaknesses and I detest those weaknesses in myself. We have a lack of courage. We have a lack of bravery. What does it look like to have courage? To have courage means you're willing to fail. We got to be willing to fail. We got to try to fail. Unless you try to fail, you don't know where your limits are. You don't know what you're capable of or what you could do. We got to stop worrying what other people think about us. That's the number one reason why more of us don't try to do things that we don't think we could do. Because we're afraid of what other people will say when they see us failing. I should tell you that I semi-frequently get made fun of. And by people who are close to me, who shouldn't be making fun of me. I get made fun of because I regularly try to express courage and do things that I know will not be accepted by everyone around me. I try to remain true to myself. I really want to push the boundaries. I don't want to become complacent, and I don't want to do what everyone else finds acceptable simply for the sake of tradition. And neither should you. Not a single one of us on this earth is supposed to be like anyone else. We're not supposed to be like anyone else. And this ridiculous trying to fit in thing, I try to fit in certain ways, and it's fine to try and fit in certain ways, but you can't do it in any way that compromises your individuality or the mission that God sent you here for. We got to be willing to fail. We got to be willing to look stupid, and we got to be willing to be made fun of. Courageous people don't care if other people make fun of them. When people make fun of someone, it's an expression of them. It has nothing to do with the person that they are making fun of. They're basically expressing their own insecurities and their own fears and their own weaknesses. Basically what they're saying is, well, I would never try to do something like that. No, you wouldn't. You know why? Because you're a weak, wimpy person, and I'm not. And that needs to be our mindset. That needs to be our mindset. God did not put us here to fit in. Each one of us is here to make a difference, and this requires bravery. It requires the courage to be different, the courage to go out there and do something that you know will not be accepted by a lot of people, and do it anyway, because we've got to remain true to ourselves. We've got to accomplish the mission that our higher power has put us here for. So I challenge each one of us here today. Try to get made fun of. Do something that's in line with who you are as a person and try to get made fun of. I mean, the fact of the matter is most people are so absorbed with what's going on in their own life, with what's going on in their own lives, that they're not even going to notice what you're doing. But there are a few people out there who have nothing going on in their lives, and those are the people that will make fun of us. The people who have absolutely nothing going on for themselves. People who have goals, people who are determined, people who are working towards something, they don't have time to make fun of other people. So the people who are making fun of us, we shouldn't even care what they think, because they're unguided, directionless people. So my message today is, do something that's in line with yourself that you're afraid of, because you're afraid of what other people might think about you, and do it anyway. Do it anyway. It'll make you feel good about yourself. It'll make you feel great about yourself, and that's a great feeling to have. We need to have some balls. We need to have some courage. It takes balls to express yourself. It takes balls to go out there and be this person who God created you to be, while we're waiting for God to relieve us of our character defects, which he does over time. He refines us over time. But right now, we're exactly the way we're supposed to be. So we don't need to shrink back. And this is, of course, easier said than done, especially if you're a person who has glaring flaws. You know, some people have flaws that are smaller and harder to notice. Those people fit right in. But if you're a person with glaring flaws like me, you risk other people seeing and making fun of you. Good. You know what? Because that means you're going to make a difference in this world. If someone's noticing you enough to ridicule you or comment on derogatorily on something that you're doing, that's good. It's a compliment, because it means that you have the courage to accomplish the mission that you came here to do. And you should be happy about that. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. I'm not going to keep you in my inner circle, but thank you for noticing. Good. That means that's showing my recovery. If I'm out there and I'm courageous enough to do something unconventional that's in line with who I am, that's part of my mission, and I'm okay with you not liking it, that's me showing my recovery and me showing my inner strength and me showing my progression. And that's something to be happy about. We need to take some risks. We need to take some chances. We're not going to get anywhere if we don't take risks or chances. I mean, really, do we want to get to the end of our lives and just be like, yeah, I had this safe life. I lived a safe, small life. No one made fun of me. No one ridiculed me. I fit right in. No one noticed me. I didn't make a difference at all. Fitting in means you're not going to make a difference. It means you're not going to do what God sent you here to do. No, we want to get to the end of our life and say, I remain so true to myself. I remain so true to the mission that God gave me to do, and I did it. I mean, people made fun of, look at all the people in history that got made fun of. Jesus got made fun of a lot. He got banned from certain countries. Martin Luther King, ridiculed. The prophet Joseph Smith, severely ridiculed. Almost anyone you can think of. Muhammad Ali, Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln, anyone who's made a difference, basically. So if you're getting noticed derogatorily, good. Be happy. It means you have courage. It means you're making a difference. Really, we need to test ourselves. We need to constantly challenge ourselves. That's all I have right now. Thanks for listening.